I'm gonna press the play button because I make bad decisions. Let's get some. Let's go into some hotels. Okay. Play. Gotta love that beautiful cyan coloring, though. Isn't it wonderful? And Phillips means quality. Huge quality. Hopefully. Fantasy Factory. Kind of looks like a deviant art, word art project, doesn't it? Yep, Tara, it is in fact compact disc interactive.
Nice of the princess to invite us over.
I don't know why that didn't actually play the whole thing, but we're gonna watch the whole thing. One player. It worked a minute ago, I swear. Okay, but why? Because Squiggles owns a CDI and a copy of Hotel Mario, and I borrowed them from him. That's why, Steven. That's why. Feels wrong hearing the intro cutscene with all the whack distortion that the source script for why YouTube poops will use. You know, that's how it is. What's up, Faro? I think I answered the question. I hope I answered the question. I swear to God this was working a minute ago. I literally played Hotel Mario for all of 3 minutes. I may have to reboot this. Downside, I have to get up to do that. Upside, we get to listen to the Philips CDI intro again. So I call that a win, right? All right, let me find the... Maybe press the stop button? I don't know. What can I do with this remote that might actually fix this? Understanding is a temperamental piece of hardware? That sounds right. Here, let me go reset it. Once I find the reset button. Pause, stop, next. Open? Open should work. It's on the floor, so I have to go onto the floor to actually make this work. There we go. That's not right. There we go. Let's try again, shall we? I'm optimistic. About it working, not about the game being any good. Worst comes to worst, we'll ditch Mario and move to Zelda. Squiggles owns 2 CDI games. And one of them is a Zelda game. The Zelda game. Well, one of the two. Well, the one that still plays mildly like Zelda rather than a weird overhead adventurer thing. But starring Zelda, of course. Maybe this time?
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a bit. I hope she made limes and spaghetti. Luigi, look. It's from Bowser. Dear pesky.
Who needs YouTube poop when you got this?
The princess is now a permanent guest at one of my 7 Koopa hotels. I dare you to find him for it.
Well, that was fucking awesome. Think it's still gonna boot, though? I'm probably gonna have to go eject the disc again. I can kind of hear it from here, but it's not one of those sort of systems that works all that well. Rephrase this. It's not the kind of system where I can hear it actually working hard. I'd like to reiterate, I did actually play Hotel Mario for a few minutes before the stream started. I may have burned the only few minutes of Hotel Mario that were possible in this thing. Guess we'll have to give it another go. Oh, what's up, Kappa? How you doing? Alright, I'm going to give the entire thing a reboot. I'm just going to unplug it and we'll start from scratch and see if that solves anything. I doubt it. But it's worth a shot. Okay. Start. Gotta love the cyan it produces. It's just sort of a really off-putting cyan. I like cyan a lot. Something about the Philips CDI cyan just doesn't sit well with me. Alright, let's see if this works this time. I do indeed have a meme number of followers right now. It's true. I think it fits well with the Fantasy Factory background, doesn't it? We'll get there eventually.
Nice of the princess to invite us by. Look! It's from the food house.
I swear the game works. Let's see if we can cancel out of this and actually play the game. It made noise. Sounds hotel-y. Welcome to the stream where Pat repeatedly gets up, turns off a device, and turns it back on, wishing he had moved it closer so he could do it with his toe. And wondering if it's too late to do that. Do we have another power source close enough to that? Okay. Let's try again. This may be a very short CDI-based stream. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eject the disk. Remember which button is eject the disk. This dang thing's on the floor. Dim, ain't it? Take a quick look at it, see if it's like suddenly... Oh dear lord! Yeah. Someone used this as a coaster once. Or possibly a frisbee. Dear lord. I've not seen a disc so abused in a very long time. Is this CDI just a piece of crap and destroys discs? Or do people not really care about their Hotel Mario? I do not blame any of this on Squiggles, of course, because he probably bought it that way and has only ever used it once. Alright. We'll try again. Once more to the Bowser shall we be hence. Haven't seen your action replay for GameCube? I'm certain there's worse out there, but damn. Like, when I looked at that, I was just shocked. I don't think even the discs that I've left, like, at the bottom of, like, sitting in my car for years, just being, like, rocked around don't even look that bad. I have a lot of burnt CDs that aren't even that bad when I've intentionally abused them. Like, I'm not joking. I think someone literally decided to use that disc as a coaster. Oh, that's actually a good sign. That's a good sign. We're going to play Hotel Mario. Morton and his nutty group are preparing for your arrival. Here we go.
Looks kind of peaceful. Looks are deceiving when Koopas are involved.
Big money, no whammies. Yes! We got to play the game! Used to get a lot of music from CDs to rip, and they would always shock you how bad they are. Alright, now we get to play Hotel Mario. What is Hotel Mario? It's like Donkey Kong without quite as much charm. And being played with a controller that is not appropriate for this kind of game. Let's see, where do I come out? Pop him. I think that Koopa's probably going to open the door, though. No, he didn't open the door. So we're good right now. If I can just... No! No! As Mario hides in a door. I beat a level of Hotel Mario. Looks better so far. It looks so deceiving. Like, who's getting radio albums to the album library and dragging them across the gravel? I don't know. I think some people who use the library just do not care to take care of things. These are the kinds of people who would not be kind or rewind, unfortunately. Okay. So the controls are a little awkward. You push up and down to enter the elevators. I wonder what that mushroom does. I want the mushroom. I can't tell. Okay, one other important thing. The sides of the level will kill me. So I kind of want to avoid ever touching those. That's all I've really figured out about this game. Just in case, I have the manual sitting right next to me and I didn't even turn off the lights. I kind of presume this game won't have much in the way of darkness for some reason. But my goal is to close all the doors, which is a very standard, you know, thing you do in Mario games. That's how you defeat the hotels. Wish you could watch the stream, but it just won't load. Oh, that sucks. It is accurate to the CDI feeling, though. Why are Mario's overalls nuclearly glowing? You know, I just noticed that. I'm gonna guess it has something to do with the mushroom I collected, but I don't know. Nice effect. Maybe his overalls should glow more often. You know, just sometimes Mario needs different kinds of pants. Well, you can also hide in the rooms, but I don't know what utility that has yet. Oop. Yeah, now we're cooking with pants. Fried Mario, exactly. It works, somehow. It works. I wonder if I got quality options. The ones I've checked, that might have been what happened. No, I got quality options. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Catfalls? How you doing? We are indulging in the amazingness that is the CDI today, when it decides to work and doesn't automatically turn the intro into its own YTP kind of thing. I can tell you right now, I am so gonna go back and clip some of that shit. Like the only good thing the CDI has done today. Oh no. Is it a Koopa? And he just kind of squishes. Didn't really see that coming. They're basically Goombas, but they move faster. Works now that you've disabled FFC. Ew, that is whack. Maybe they pushed a bad version out. It's something I could believe could happen. Alright. Oh no, I've lost my glowing radioactive pants. But I have an opportunity to collect new glowing radioactive pants. And immediately lose them because... Of course I do. Okay. Like, the concept for this isn't terrible. Like, it is just kind of a Donkey Kong-style arcade game. Had that issue ever since you've installed Franker Z-Face? Weird. Nope. I've learned my lesson. Also, if you've never seen a CDI controller, you really should look it up. It's amazing how awful this thing looks. Like, it's if someone thought a TV remote was a really good idea, but for some reason, instead of putting the buttons further down so you can, like, at least kind of do the thing you do with, like, a Wiimote, I'm pushing buttons that are in kind of a ring around the joystick. Oh, that one didn't want to go down. And it's just weird. Okay. You guys stop spawning for a minute? I only have 2 more doors. It was risky, but I had to take it. Koopas don't leave behind shells? Yeah, it's terrible. Oh, it's absolutely disgusting. It's just a bad idea. I don't know why, but in my head, I always get the CDI and 3DO mixed up, and the 3DO doesn't have a terrible controller. It's a standard-ish one. It's not bad. It's not great, but, like, it's not terrible. This is legitimately bad. Well, wait, do I want that? Rainbow coins are good. Oh, also, I have to keep pointing the controller down because the thing is on the ground, making it even more awkward. This is the furthest distance I think I can actually achieve in my living room for having a device plugged into all of my streaming stuff Note to self, don't jump on wigglers. Sup, Prestinator? Welcome to Hotel Mario. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never truly leave. Oh, not too much, just celebrating Mario in my own special way. I saw Squiggles today at D&D and asked him to bring this CDI endgame with him. And so we're presently trying to beat Hotel Mario. Wherein we've learned that wigglers are really evil. So I'm just gonna wait for the wiggler to pass. Didn't I play Mario at all? Play DKC? Well, Mario has a cameo in DKC. At least a couple of them. I think it's fair game. Oh, for fuck's sake, Wiggler. I do not like you, Wiggler. Yeah, you can live, Goomba. Okay, down. Oh, it's gonna take a while, I think. Maybe if I'm fast, I'm gonna do it. There we go. Goodbye, Wiggler. If you play this, you have other problems. Yeah. Trying to not see any more Mario Bros. Movie trailers. Oh, yeah, that's coming out soon, isn't it? I've managed to not see any of them, bizarrely enough. I think I watched, like, a tiny fraction on, like, GlitchCat's stream or something. Oh. Those birds are highly distracting. Dear Lord. I thought the game was freaking out, but no, I think that's on purpose. Who thought that was a good idea? You know what this Mario level needs? Psychedelic birds. It's like fucking Yellow Submarine in here now. I just don't trust wigglers. I may have to figure out how to defeat wigglers, otherwise I might be kind of stuck on this. But I think just some good routing is going to get me through this stage. Also, if you've never seen this controller, it is truly amazing, the CDI controller. Because I forgot to ask since I've been so distracted by Hotel Mario. How was the stream? Was DKC fun? I'm a big fan of the DKC games in general. I've got to wait for that Wiggler to go a lot further if I can't jump on them. And that friggin' door's open again. Guess who I'm killing? Goomba, we had a good thing going, but no. It just didn't last. Who thought this would be one of the worst Mario games ever? I mean, let's see if jumping on the face. Oh, ew. Okay, I understand now. Dear Lord, that's the worst incarnation of Wiggler ever. Good break from elephants. Stuck in Ice World? Oh man, Ice World is really where that game, like, gets difficult. And then, I don't think it ever really gets that much more difficult than Ice World at any point. I really want that mushroom. I'm not gonna get that mushroom. I'm not gonna die though, but I'm not gonna get the mushroom. The mushroom makes Mario's pants turn funny colors, which I think makes it always worthwhile. Is it the first level of Ice World you're stuck in? Because that's really the one in my mind that, is that the first or second level? Wiggler, I do not like you, Wiggler. But also, like, they've got, like, that Ice World has really good aesthetics. Like, when they bring out the snow that slowly builds throughout the stage. Oh, man. Rare knew what they were doing with that game. Even the first one. The second one looks and plays better, but that first game is still pretty awesome. How did I die? Okay. Gotta focus. Okay, so my current understanding is I can get hit by things that are a layer above me. I'm not sure if I did that or if I just jumped into the Koopa's face. It's a little bit hard to tell. Either way, we're going to be a little more careful from now on. Come on. No! Okay, well, I proved my theory. I have proven my theory as much as I hate it. Want to beat at least a Ho-Terror. I want to find out what all toasters do. There's so many things I need to know about this world of Hotel Mario. I don't think I've ever seen a boss fight in this game. Like, I know there's bosses, I've just never seen them. Okay. I have to kill the Wigglers. Okay, cool. I was hoping for a pacifist run, but the Wiggler just wouldn't allow it. Are you kidding me? Those are the worst. Yes, continue. Those are gonna kick me out. So I'm still in stage 7. Okay, cool. Alright, it's that kind of game. I can live with that. Oh, get the mushroom! I need the funny colored pants. Bop. Okay. I don't think Wigglers ever leave a door alone. Like, other critters might, but Wigglers never do. How the hell do I do this? Like, murdering the Wiggler does not seem to be a good option. Kind of sad about the lack of shells, honestly. Gotta think here. Oh no! Oh, my pants saved me. I pushed the wrong button. I pushed button 2 instead of button 1, which screwed me.
Gotta be quick.
Oh, my timer's running out. And the Wiggler will not let me close doors or move forward or die. Oh, God. I do not like you, Wiggler. Okay. Anyone have any good ideas about Wigglers? Like, I guess maybe if I... I don't know, if I kill that one, it's just gonna come back, isn't it? Because maybe if I get lucky and there's enough other critters that spawn, maybe the Wiggler won't come back. There's also only one way to go up or down, and it's the elevators. Which kind of sucks. Maybe if I leave the door open, the Wiggler can't spawn in it. I'll just come up here and... Oh, that's another reason not to open all the doors. You die if you open all the doors. Maybe I should look at the manual. Maybe the actually, I have no idea how to pause, so maybe I won't look at the manual yet. Oh, another fun fact. I have to point the remote downward constantly because the CDI is on the floor. Oh, God, get it. No, Mario. Alright, well, I've got a second to read the manual and see if there's anything in here that will help us. We have a giant listing of CDI titles. That's not helpful. I do not care about ABC Sports Presents Power Hitter. Alright, let's go back a few pages. Quick reference, moving Mario, run, jump, duck. Can duck under certain enemies. That's interesting. Oh, I can duck, huh? If Mario's in front of a door, press button 2 to open or close it. Pause. If your controller has a pause button, use it to pause the game. Also, you can pause indefinitely at any stage title screen. Good to know. Makes Mario jump. Hold down for more height and distance. Interesting. Returns an elevator to a previous floor if Mario has not left the elevator. Okay, that's also useful to know. Makes Mario throw fireballs when he is Fire Mario. Intriguing. Up, down, pause. Yeah, we saw all that. Defeating enemies. Mario Stomp. Mario can defeat most enemies by stomping on them. Some can be stomped more than once, while others can't be stomped at all. To defeat a Mario by stomping, he must be on the downside of a jump arc, hit the enemy square on the head. We figured that one out. Throw fireballs when he's Fire Mario. Mario comes separate vulnerability when it comes to Starman. Hotel Traps. Special traps. No thank you. Fire Mario. If Mario opens a door with a super mushroom behind it, the super mushroom turns into a fire flower. What? These all look the same! Regular Mario, superpower, and firepower. At least his hat's different in firepower. Extra Mario mushroom. Okay, that's another door thing. Saving games. There is no advice on how to murder Wigglers. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Wigglers. Mario must stomp on Wiggler's head while avoiding his body, reduce him segment by segment until he's defeated. Lovely. So anyway, the manual was completely and utterly unhelpful, other than making me more confused about how Fire Mario works. And also, they made controllers without pause buttons. I'm actually a little bit freaked out by that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, why? Who does that? Up. So maybe, like, the secret here is I just need to be, like, trying more doors. Nope! I pivoted it upward a bit. Maybe I'll find a box to put this thing on. Because, like, constantly holding downward is really awkward. Yes, we got the mushroom. This only makes him Super Mario. He can't throw fireballs in the state. It's really not what I wanted. Oh, God, keep holding it upward. Okay, I need, like, sit differently, maybe. Maybe that'll help. A little bit to the left here. Just gonna... No, hold down, Pat. Hold down. Ah, okay, okay, Koopa. I just have to hide. No other recourse. See, I learned to return to a prior floor. Okay.
Gotta be quick.
Oh, push down. Okay, Wiggler, please cooperate. Wiggler was not going to cooperate anyway. Like, Wigglers seem to spawn instantly, even if you murder them once. Like, maybe you need to murder them, like, 5 times? I don't know. Am I just really unlucky? And, no, I've missed it. Alright, no, I need to kill the Koopa first, otherwise this isn't gonna work. With the Goomba. Also, touching the size of the screen kills you. I don't know if I mentioned that yet more than once. I think on my list of... someone out there thought this was a good idea in games. I'm really glad I decided to go back up for... Wiggler, just stay dead, please! Oh man, I don't know if I can even... No, I definitely can't fight the Wiggler. I found something in there. I got a superstar. That's what I needed to find. That was the trick to the whole thing. I don't need to kill the Wiggler. I just need to get in this door. There we go. Of course. Mandatory trick. Just didn't know. I'm just glad it's done. I'll take a nice time. Beverage break. Okay. Let's not. There we go. Let's not and say we didn't. Alright, what else? Yeah, I had a backup plan if this didn't work. But it worked really easily when I first tried it, so I didn't need to even begin evaluating the other plan. This is a problem. So I think there's Wigglers. I just need to, like, search different rooms to find stars or something. I kind of feel like if it's going to be one, it'd be in here. Hello. Alright, well at least I figured out sort of the important part of this game. No, don't hide in there, you... I have no idea how much more... I have no more star time. Alright, I didn't use my star time very effectively. This might still be doable. Provided a Wiggler doesn't immediately spawn on the next floor. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That last level was far worse. Far worse. What a silly game. Stage 9. No. I don't like any of this. Okay. Right. Amusingly enough, I forget if it was my nephews who would say, open all the doors, as a way of, like, saying uncle while wrestling. Do not remember if that was one of my nephews or my little brother. Alright, well... Close it. What? Go up there. All the enemies spawn. All of them. Shouldn't have tried that. You don't get points for style in this game. This game has no style. Or grace. Wait. Okay, so that's a way to get at least a power-up. Not really sure it's worth it, but... it doesn't hurt to try. Dang, Wiggler just takes forever to kill. Unconvinced what I'm doing is actually helpful. Maybe that's one of the trap things that I should have read about. Was this. That certainly felt like a trap. You know, if you could go down floors by, like, ducking and then jumping, this actually would probably be kind of fun. Like, having an alternate way to go down would actually be kind of interesting. Somewhat bizarrely, this reminds me of one of the games in the Dilbert's desktop games thing. Where your goal is to constantly go up using elevators. Corporate Raiders, I think is what the game was called. I just made a terrible mistake. Or not. That was a very long time ago. Also, the game where you'd like fire people with out of a slingshot called Elbonian Air. It wasn't a very nice game in some ways. Oh, we're at a boss. It's Morton. He can go up and down. Okay, he also falls off easily. I'm not sure what I expected for a boss. But so far, this is pretty weak. He doesn't even automatically open all the doors behind him? Interesting. Where am I? In a galaxy far, far away. Like, that would have been instant death if I hadn't moved. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, so if he gets in the same elevator as me, he just murks me. Faro Galaxy. I want to beat this. I want to see at least one cutscene that hopefully isn't entirely garbled. Well, actually, I'll be totally fine if it is entirely garbled. That is actually fine entertainment as well. Oh, he only squishes. He doesn't fall off. Kill him. There we go. Then I'm gonna go up. Okay. Well, you do you. Wait, what? Oh, I'm an idiot. The lefts are... I know what I'm doing wrong now. I'm not paying attention to the actual pattern. Wait, they change! The elevators keep swapping. Yes. Thumbnail looked like your screen was full of garbage. Now you see what the problem is. Too many toasters. That's what they say. All toast is toast toast. Yeah, earlier, even when we started this up, Fistbit, the game was having problems loading cutscenes and was looking, like, amazingly garbled. The game just kind of YTPs itself. It's kind of amazing. But yeah, I did not realize they were swapping. That's how he got me. Is this Gregory's hotel? No. Gregory's hotel is more fun. And actually boots up without any problems. Whereas this game took some doing. I had to reboot it like 3 different times for it to start up at all. What does Mario gain by closing doors? That's a good question. We never fully established what Mario was getting out of this. Just don't get how you get the Mario license and make this. I mean, my guess would be that they already had the game, and it wasn't like just a game without any sort of license initially, and they did this. And yes, I see it now. I heard the ding. He has to come to me. Or... oh yeah, he does have to come to me. Okay. Nope. Oh! Oh, I need to kill that. Forgot I had that script running. Okay. Oh, that was silly. Never a fan of arcadey Mario games. That's fair. Mario Clash. Wasn't Mario Clash on, Virtual Boy basically Mario, just like Mario Bros? Except redder. I don't think there was too much to that game, if I recall correctly. 3D version of Mario Bros. Okay. I jumped on the spikier side of him. Mario Bros. Is a fun romp with the GBA ones, other than that. No, I'm gonna die. I just like the fact that you can die instantly. Kind of wonder if like leaving him in a switch state might be smarter than just outright killing him. Does give me some time to work. Dink. Has 2 layers and toss shells between them. That's kind of cool. Something interesting happened, some strange happened when you were streaming? Oh, I'm curious. What was it? Okay. Oh, he came from behind that time. I'm starting to get the swing of this. Well, I hope that doesn't stay broken. Dang it. Got a mosquito eaters in your room and accidentally ripped its head off. Oof. Well, that sucks. That's not ideal. Alright, get in there. I'm just gonna go up a floor and note that he did that. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I swear, if you weren't completely constrained just by using elevators, this game has potential. And of course, it wasn't hamstrung by its awful controller. Yeah, there are a lot of bugs. But I do like the bugs that eat mosquitoes more. Mosquitoes are the worst bug. I think by the numbers. I think Quintillion is the estimate. I'm trying to remember, there was a bit in Parks and Rec where this guy's like, if we don't try to save the Ohio ant, there will be only 4 billion of them in the year 2020, or in the year 2300. Basically trying to do anything to justify her land acquisition plan. Still, probably just not a fun thing to do midstream, though. Okay. Curious. Didn't expect him to do that. His AI is telling him to come to me. Cool. Starting to hate this guy. Ah! Oh, right, I'm pivoting the controller up again. I'm feeling like this is possible. Damn it. Invasive stink bugs are awful too. Fair enough. What if you stay longer if you stun him? Yeah, I will try the stunning thing. I liked the fact that he was had to move between spaces, but maybe that's not worth it. Alright. Single bop. Yeah, he does not stay stunned for very long. I think killing him outright actually gets him off screen longer, but it does make him more unpredictable, which is kind of bad. Should we go down? I feel like the trick is he's... Oh no, I just hosed myself. Think Bed's made it to the city yet? I don't know if I noticed them. But I haven't been outside a lot recently. I've been busy. With Hotel Mario. And other projects. It's also amazing how little music there is in this game. Okay. Kind of feel like if I'm lucky and he just doesn't spawn, like if he spawns in front of me, I feel is where I want him to spawn. Like there, that's a good spawn. And that's behind me. Wait for him to come down. Like I said, in front, not behind. How much time do I have? Not much. He isn't getting... Oh, he has a switched on him. Dang it. I want him to come up here first. I jumped on the backside. Going to houses. Probably killed a lot this winter. Tons of down their own. The goal is to show the doors, but sometimes entering a door gets you a goodie. Sometimes. Is that the theory? I probably should enter more doors to try and get something to murk him. Brother was visiting. Towel holder fell off, and there was a stink bug behind it. Ew. Dang it, getting out of the elevator at the very beginning turns out to be trickier than it looks sometimes. Doesn't help that I keep pushing down. Alright, I think we tried most of the doors. It is quite odd to me having this sort of door mechanic where... Get out of that elevator right now, Mario. Where there are cool things behind them, but you can't see them. I was thinking the doors might move by the time I got there. It's down again. Okay, out. When I get a real CDI, around 9 p.m. today, when Squiggles let me get it out of his car, gave it to me from out of his car. It isn't mine. It is Squiggles' CDI. I am borrowing it for a short duration. He will expect it back at some point. He was very clear on his instructions that he did not want me to lose the sleeves of the games, because those are the parts that are worth anything. Did it live in his car? No, he just brought it to D&D. Play CDI on the go? You know, I bet some people probably did have a setup like that, in like RVs or something back in the day. I remember going in someone's RV for a scout thing once, and they had a TV in there. I'm like, man, it'd be so cool if there was a Nintendo hooked up to this thing. But it was the style at the time. Okay. So he he comes up here, I hopefully close all the doors before he can get to me. Or he'll spawn in the absolute perfect spot and I won't notice. It's a CDI, not sure anyone had a setup like that. I mean, maybe they did. It's plausible. Plausible. Like, sometimes for game promotion purposes, they'd, like, get a bunch of PlayStations in a van and drive it around to various cities and get people hype about games and stuff. It's theoretically possible they did something... Someone did something similar with the CDI. You and I said plausible, not likely. But... Okay. Come on, dude. I think my strategy needs work. On the other hand, we've isolated it to like 3 doors on 2 floors, so maybe it's working. Yeah, screw you. Haha! I beat Morton. Hey kid, I've got the flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe in my van. Oh, that's so wrong on so many levels. So many levels. Here we go. We get to watch an animation. It might even finish.
Hey, princess!
Oh!
Alright, well...
How are we gonna find the princess with the power going out? Maybe there's a switch in one of the rooms. Remind me to check.
I have my suspicions now. Hard Brick Hotel. Alright, well at least the aesthetics are different now. That's kinda nice. What's up? Oh. I don't like this. I don't like the power going out. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? What were you up to? It's been a while since I think I've seen one of your streams. Nope, buttons. Sorry, I have to focus mildly on the Hotel of Mario. I can jump out of the power outage, though. In sync, let's go. Alright. What's up, Space Glam? What's up, Jesski? What's up, Yuri Densetsu? How you doing? Is going to bed? It's a good choice to go to bed. Too much power draw? Probably. Plug your laser printer into your UPS and discovered it was a huge mistake. You're going to bed. Congratulations on going to bed. No. You see, the way this works is we have to go to bread. Gotta go get some toast. Because you know what they say. All toast is toast. I tell you right now, I only want to beat this hotel. This is what I care about. I have to see this cutscene in all its glory. Going all right? Excellent. Looking forward to QLDC. Yeah, we'll see how long it takes to get us to get there. Like I said, if we get annoyed at this too much, we'll get to it quicker than later. Oh, dang it, it flopped. But yeah, I'm playing on a real CDI. I borrowed it from my buddy Squiggles, who owns a grand total of 2 CDI games. This, and one of the 2 Zelda games. I want to say the Wand of Gamelon, but don't quote me on that. I'd have to get up to check it. Toast. Sup, Brave Toaster? How you doing? They do be saying that. Like thinks to step in the greater direction. Get out 3? I don't believe he did. I don't believe he does. He only gave... Maybe he only loaned me the Zelda one. I don't know. But I assure you, I only have 2 CDI games. Ooh, Ninja. That's the world's laggiest Ninja I've ever seen. I'm also not sure what's up with the, like... The cutscene was, like, being coy about... It's like, oh, they've got to find a switch inside one of the rooms. I don't think I need to find a switch in one of the rooms. Oh, it flopped on me. Oh, I was in the elevator. I just saw that open. Okay. But if you can't trust the cutscenes of Hotel Mario, who can you trust? Gamelon Adventure? Yeah, I believe it's the one of Gamelon. The controller is odd. Oh, it's terrible. This is one of the worst controllers I've ever seen. Ever used. So, if you can't look it up online, imagine, if you will, a remote control, but at the upper half, there is a little thumbstick. And around it is 4 buttons. The top 2 are the same button. The bottom 2 are the same button. And those are the buttons they use for all of the game stuff. All of it. So, the upper button jumps. The lower button closes doors. If you press both of them when you have a fire flower, something happens. Fire flower related. I couldn't tell you exactly how it works, because I have yet to see it. Yeah, that turtle just saved me. But, yeah, it's just not a very good controller. I've only ever played with one of these once before this, at a Service Merchandise, and I played the Link's Adventure, or whatever it's called, one. And Service Merchandise was kind of like an IKEA before there were IKEAs. Nuts. That's a Genesis... it's not a Genesis controller. It's even weirder than it sounds. Like, I assure you, you should look up what this controller looks like. Like, the Genesis controller is actually a pretty tolerable controller. Like, I'm not gonna say it's the best controller of all time, but it's a perfectly serviceable controller. That's down, Pat. These some of the ones? Oh, yeah, I think Philips, like, licensed out some IPs. You could make, like, your own controller sometimes. For various other companies, if they wanted to do that. But... this one, I assure you, is like the default standard, and it is bad. Looks nothing like the Genesis controller. Have to wait. Oh, hey, that room's sparking. That's probably what I need to do to keep the power from blinking. I don't actually care enough to do that in the early stage. I just saw that Ninja spawn. And the elevator's flipping is definitely an irritating mechanic. Is this one with the circle on the left side of the controller? There is no left side of the controller. Like, quite literally, I am playing with a remote. There is no left or right side, really. It's a symmetric controller. Yeah, so from the top, you got the IO receiver. You've got the... straight down the middle, there is the joystick. To the left of the joystick, coming out at sort of 45-degree angles, are the two up buttons and then the 2 down buttons. And then below that, there's a bunch of normal sort of DVD-esque buttons like play, forward and back a track, and volume, and TV/CDI, and the pause button, which is apparently an option on some controllers. The perspective in this level is making my head hurt already. How is this possible? I need one of these ninjas to jump the other way. You know what? I don't need them to jump the other way. I can get murked by that ninja by being dumb. You see, I had to dig in Google. Yeah, exactly. It's terrible. Feel free to post a link if you want to, just to let people see the true glory that is the CDI controller. Guess we'll open this.
Ha ha! the problem? Too many toasters. You know what they say, all toasters toast toast.
I didn't expect that to happen. Did I fix it for the entire place? Do I get to watch that cutscene every time I go into one of those rooms? Have I been missing out this entire time? I have so many questions, and none of them are going to be answered. Look, that's the best part of this game, and you know it, Fiskbit. You absolutely know it. You know, honestly, I didn't really mind the power blinking thing. I thought it was kind of an interesting mechanic compared to the elevator switching. Like, ultimately harmless, but kind of annoying. It was a perfectly fine sort of mechanic style. Ah. Okay. Looks like an Apple remote? Yeah, but you don't play video games with an Apple remote, do you? At least I don't think you do. I'm noticing a pattern here, and I don't like it. Too bad fixing the power didn't fix that. Like, people had ideas about... Damn it. Playing games with DVD remotes. Like, there were a whole bunch of, like, DVD games that existed. Like, I want to say they even ported, like, Space Ace and Dragon's Lair to such ideas. Just play it off of the DVD player, using the menus and buttons and stuff. It wasn't the worst idea. It wasn't a very good idea, but it wasn't the worst idea. It restricts you to a very, very small class of, like, choose-your-own-adventure games, or kind of QTE event games. I just realized that was an ATM redundancy. It's like the Wiimote. Yeah, but the Wiimote isn't so awkward to hold, because I'm not using the lower buttons. I'm using the buttons around this. Like, it's a very crowded experience. And I think it's made worse by the fact that I have to constantly keep the controller pointing down, because the device is on the floor. Because, like, I'm not going to find me some place to put this, some place of glory for this device. In fact, it's, like, strewn across my living room. Fiskbit can easily imagine this having been here, but it's plugged in to the left of the left speaker. And then plugged all the way across the room into the capture devices. I'm actually using the powered splitter for this, because I didn't know what kind of output I would get. That's a lot of ninjas. But I kind of figured it couldn't hurt. And it made life a lot easier just to do that. Feels like the game could have any brand slapped on it. Yeah, that's kind of my guess, is that that's how it came to be. Is they started with a generic game like this and decided to shoehorn the Mario license in when they got it. Allegedly, they were working on an actual Mario game, like Mario's Wacky Worlds or something. But I think that fell through at some point. I'm so glad I fixed the Sparky room, because, one, it turned... Oh, hey, Bob-ombs. That's kind of cool, actually. That's the coolest thing this game has done so far. Is have the parachuting Bob-omb. That explosion effect wasn't terrible. I think it was adequate. I think I'm gonna go up a floor. Can I jump on Bob-ombs? Yes, but then they explode. Oh no, my pants! Don't know how you play with your stuff on the floor. I mean, mostly I play with stuff such that the controllers... I have, like, splitters and extension cables for stuff. For the most part, it's not a problem. I didn't actually want to do any of that, it just... they were in the way. Come on. Let's say if I'm quick, I can make this work. Oh, I shouldn't have tried. One nice thing about having a device on the floor is you can easily like poke it with your toe to reset it, which I definitely do when I'm playing NES, because I usually just bring the NES around to the floor, the side of the room I'm on. It truly was a lot of greed, I'm not gonna lie. It was a mistake. Still, I do actually like the pair of bomb-bombs a lot. Those are nice. In concept, at least. What I get? Your posture be awful? Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, no, like, I'm playing on the projector anyway, so, like, I am looking up. The problem is really, for this, because it's wireless, I have to keep it pointed down. So that it actually gets the IR into the receiver. Other than that, this wouldn't be so bad. I mean, it's still kind of bad, but in terms of posture and stuff, like, I am definitely feeling a little awkward, because I got this controller in my lap, and I'm constantly needing to remember to point it downward. Come on, Goomba. Wish I'd taken the Goomba out, too. Surprised it hit that one. I guess I collected another power-up of some sort. I just noticed this. Fireballs! Cool, I'm Fire Mario now. Because the manual's rendered in black and white, the pictures for this are completely useless. Yeah, but usually when I'm playing anything else, my posture's just fine. Like, I'm looking up at the screen, controller's vaguely near my lap. Pretty neutral posture. It's not bad, and usually I can, like, rest my right arm on something if I want to. Here, though, I will admit it is a bit awkward. I have to use 2 hands to shoot fireballs. Okay, well, that works. Get out of the elevator, you... Fireball spam. Solves all problems. Where fire is the solution. That was awesome. Oh, for fuck's sake. By the time I walk to the other side of the room, it's going to switch. I was so right, it hurt. There we go. I don't want to lose my fireballs. Out. There's fireball. Still really awkward. Yeah, to do fireballs, you have to press both buttons. But since I'm using my thumb for the upper button, I basically have to like either take my other thumb off or switch to like a claw grip to make this work. And there's no real easy way to like accommodate this. It's not flush enough that I can easily use both thumbs. So I think the best solution really is just occasionally either go claw grip or do that. Yeah, this is okay. No, it's actually kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, usually I don't care for getting power-ups in games, other than what they give me, but here, I feel like the fire-up... I got hit at some point? No, oh wait. I must have gotten hit, or must have run out. Oh, I was having so much fun with that. The game was fun for a bit. I do like the bob-ombs don't seem to open doors, at least not that I've noticed. A nice feature. No. Oh, that's the worst. Stuck. I got lucky there. Ninja, please. No. Just gonna go up a floor and hope the Bob-omb takes him out.
Gotta be quick.
I don't have a lot of other good options. Oh, right, I'm running out of time. Maybe I do need to consider my other good options. Oh, no, you ninja up there. You ninja up there, too. I don't have 12 seconds. There's no way I'm accomplishing this. Not with the Bob-omb stuck in front of the door. Yeah, I'm toast. Alright. Beverage time. Okay. Then you follow someone and their chat says 18+. Yep. I assure you it will happen one day. I think it's just a common, like, thing people do to make sure they're not liable. I've definitely turned on the mature thing only for a few games because I just don't want to worry about it. Like, I probably could have gotten away with Phantasmagoria 2 because I was running the mildly censored version, but I still felt it was the right choice. Because I figured out the secret to doing that a long time ago. Oh, what a disaster that channel point reward was. It just didn't work at all. Mostly because I thought that files worked the same in Windows 98 as they do in Linux, which that is not true in the slightest. You know, I've avoided those explosions before. That's the first time I decided to run into one. You know what? I'm just not going to bother with that bottom floor. I'm going to go directly upward. And get this one taken care of. Because I think ninjas, after they spawn, don't open doors. But we don't feel you... No, it's fine. I'm just saying, I understand why people do 18+ warnings. It just happens to be, you know, you don't want to have problems in that sort of direction sometimes. You are perfectly fine. Do not worry about it. There are sillier things people... Oh, come on, Ninja. He just spawned! Probably should try out more doors. Kappa was probably giving me very good advice by saying check more doors. Immaturity is mostly around how someone acts, not around how old someone is necessarily. Yeah, never had a problem. Come on. I have a problem with these doors. Gotta get down there before the bomb explodes. Get the feeling I'm still hosed. Oh, damn it. Back to that. Okay. 2 floors. You can make an argument that modern controllers have too many buttons. You cannot make an argument that this has too many buttons. Went to your Twitter and saw your poor handwriting? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, when did I post that? That was the, Zelda map, wasn't it? Or something. God. Yeah, I just gave up on handwriting stuff for the most part that wasn't math. I pretty much just typed everything after high school and during high school. Oh, that was Mummy. July of last year? Oh, man. Was that when I was playing Zelda? Feels wrong. Oh, man. Time flies. Time flies like a banana. Alfred. Friends don't cheat off you, they can't read your handwriting. It's hilarious. Oh, that's the best. It does solve some problems. Yeah, my handwriting's always been bad. Very much in the class of, what did I write and why did I write this? So I remembered that button does that this time. I feel like the 8th level in any given hotel is the hardest one somehow. Because 8's where I was having trouble in the first one too. Rocking a hard place. What does it say, Preston? It's like, bro, what are you doing? And that takes some gall right there. I'm trying to cheat off you. Could you help me? No! Maybe I don't like these bob-ombs. They keep spawning directly on my head. Bob-ombs keep falling on my head. Gotta go to bed, it's 3 a.m. Mom, yeah, you definitely go to bed. It's Friday, still plenty of time in the weekend to have some fun. And being immature, you found jiggle physics in your Kojima game? I am not opposed to jiggle physics. Not gonna do this. Oh, maybe that bomb already spawned. How you doing, Dick Feynman? What's up, Bunny Link? Yeah, sleep well, Prestinator. Sleep well. Plenty of time for elephants tomorrow. Okay, I think my best strategy really is just to try to get all of the other floors accounted for, and then go take care of the bottom one last. Wait a second. There's a bomb on the lasagna. I looked away for half a second. An especially fine hotel. I don't know if I said hi earlier, Hawaluta. So hi again. You definitely are aware of Hotel Mario and the terror within. Oh, terrors. Oh, man, speaking of weird pronunciations, I was listening to the Wendy's hot drinks thing, and it overflowed into like the entirety of the Skill Grill thing. And Dave Thompson, the guy who founded Wendy's, actually talks at the beginning about, you know, their, what was it? It was like, he pronounced the word so weirdly. Like gourmet style burgers or something, original style burgers. Like it was so weird. Like who says that? And then the answer, of course, is Dave Thompson. He knows a thing or two about burgers. Have to look it up. It was such a weird pronunciation. Happy Mario Day. First time seeing Hotel Mario. Well, I'd say you're in for a treat, but you're watching me play Hotel Mario. Alright, let's try this. Let's go to this floor first. Ah. Those things spawn so high up on the screen. Or so low on the screen. It is really hard to not die to them on spawn when you're on, like, the 3rd floor. I imagine this might be why nothing spawns on the 5th floor, so you have no reason to ever go there. There we go. It's Mario somewhere, not here. It was Mario when I started. So it counts. And as long as it's still Mario in your heart, or somewhere before the international date line, which we still have 3 hours for Hawaii at least, it's Mario. You know, I'm suddenly also reminded of Avoid the Noid. Being this is another in the same sort of class of game. Elevators to go up. Ah! Oh! The noise. Yep, the noise. I beat Pizza Tower the other day. Still awesome. Still awesome. That final boss is something else. And of course, the final tower run, which everyone saw coming way in advance. Because it just had to be there. I'm kind of hoping it swaps, but it might have already swapped. Got a P rank pepper rat? Oh, nice. I didn't get a single P rank. I also didn't spend a lot of time and effort trying to get them. I will admit I kind of want to get at least one. But that's pretty much where that begins and ends. I'm not liking this. That was an awesome chain reaction. In the... Yeah, it's safe. It's in... It's... Oh, no! Oh, I thought I was safe. Is Hawaii the last time? I think Hawaii is the last time zone before the international date line, but I could be wrong. So 3 a.m. here is the final time for any given day. I didn't complete it very well. It's got like special... I learned later it's got like special bonus endings if you do the game in various Metroid-y ways with higher percentages or faster playthroughs. I'm staying the fuck in this elevator. Yeah, I think when I decided to buy Pizza Tower was when I saw the noise fight. I was just like looking through Twitch channels and someone was trying to P rank the noise, and I'm like, this is the game I need to play. And it's so on the nose it almost hurts. Like, it's clearly a loving parody of the Noid, but he knows what he's doing. Especially with the Stomper attack and the skateboard. Elevators. They protect you from explosions. This might work in my favor, actually. Probably should try to explode that one. Okay, I need to get in the elevator. And I just need to wait. I need to wait for more bombs to spawn. There we go. Pulling the controller upward again. There we go. Heard Wario Land and Sonic and the way the game looked, he was sold. Sounds very plausible. Oh, which thing? I got distracted. So just to let you know, I am playing on a legit CDI with a legit CDI controller, and the thing is on the ground, and so I have to be really careful. Is Roy a crab? Roy may in fact be a crab. I'm kind of creeped out, actually. I don't think I like Roy all that much. Ugh. Something very unsettling about this. He can punch me from below, that's nice. And from above. Baker Island, halfway between Hawaii and Australia. Only 12-12 there, and 12... Oh, really? Wait, Hawaii's only 2 hours ahead? I thought it was 3 hours ahead. Elevators protecting for explosions. Oh yeah, of course. Refrigerators too. I don't like Crab Roy. I also don't like these elevators. Like this. Some Uncanny Valley shit right there, Roy. Dang it. I need to move one step faster. Oh, right, and he can punch me. When a neighbor punches you from one floor below. Baker Island, why are they so far behind? Don't know. Given the name, I'd probably guess that it's like old... some sort of like British colonization thing happened, but I can definitely say I do not know for sure. The door! Oh, I'm holding the controller upward again. I think that if I do this right, this actually isn't that hard. So close that door. Wait for it to spawn. Close this door. Roy spawns. Ignore Roy. Close up. Oh, wait. I missed those doors. When did they open? How did I miss those doors? What I get for not paying attention, apparently. I felt I had this one. I still do. But I felt I had it, too. This Roy is not our boy. No, he is not. Spider Roy does whatever a Spider Roy does. Funny there are islands right next to them that are basically a full day in the future. Yeah, we had to draw the line somewhere. And it's not remotely straight or anything. I don't really... Political lines. Complicated. Let's just enjoy the cutscene for a moment.
That ought to do it. Where'd she go?
Cave Hotel. This mine is my land.
Gee, it's kinda dark.
You bring a light?
No?
Well, maybe a Koopa will lend us his, if we persuade him.
That's the evilest Luigi has ever been. Like how Mario ascends when he beats a level. Gotta say, that does not look right. It got stuck. That's my excuse. Wait, what? Something is weird here. I think there might be ice physics. This is so... These ice physics are weird. But yeah, that pipe eating Peach was just bizarre. Why would she stand there? It's kind of ice physics. Like, it's hard to describe, but effectively, if I push right, you can see kind of skates. Like, it's a very different type of ice physics than I'm used to, which usually results in, like, just making so you have a little less friction. This prevents you from having friction for a number of frames. It's quite strange. Like, it's more reminiscent of Daizo's RPG movement than normal ice physics. The RPG movement that he wrote for Chat Hacks. Ah. At least that's how I'm choosing to look at it. Oh no! So dark in every floor on them except the one you're on, and when you're not dying, yeah. It's odd. Someone needs to make notes from SMW hacking for this. No, please, don't. Though I am kind of surprised, I guess, like, if you could pull it off, like a Mario Hotel-inspired level would probably be pretty good for QLDC. You could port over some sounds, play some basic animations. I mean, if you're on SA1, you got 6 megs, you can get, like, what, 8 megs to play with? You could get at least some of the animation in if you really want to do. Audio would be trickier, because you have to stream it, but still. You can do wacky things without MSU1. QLDC level where Mario's in the fridge, but there's only one fridge. That's a shame. You could have so many more fridges. Well, Larry's fridges, really, as Bunny just pointed out. Isn't a hotel, it's a bunch of fridges. What is a hotel but a bunch of fridges, really? I did actually see that you finished your QLDC fan judging, actually. I was curious what you had to say about a couple of the ones that I'd beaten, so I ended up looking them up. But congratulations, nonetheless. It takes a long time, it takes a lot of effort and stuff to actually finish those. QLDC does not make it easy, especially because there's an awful lot of questionable and vaguely ethical things. Yeah, I appreciate it, especially up front, you're like, I liked these levels, and then gave straight up numbers. That's always a good way to handle it. Out of this ice box. Into another ice box, but out of this one. I've only been at this for an hour and a half? Really? Huh? It feels like it's been longer somehow. Don't know why that might be the case. Why did that door open? Oh. Even list the levels you like, there's a few doozies. Didn't want to separate them or warn people. I think that's a pretty fair thing to do for QLDC levels. Oh, come on. One thing I did notice is that I didn't find out the names of some of the ones. So like 28, which was the first one I started with, I had no idea what its name was. So I just went with Untitled Joey's Back. Because I do know that near the end, there's a reference to Joey, and that's how I knew who did the... At least got a clue about who did that one. I did write Joey to see if I could join his mailing list. Unfortunately, I could not. I got fireballs. God, this is the most awkward control scheme. I want to go down? Well, not right now, I don't. How do I even get to the top floor? Oh, wait, what? I swear that one at the top was open. 28 was your favorite overall, your target audience for it. I could see that. I found it to be very frustrating, but I also did 2 laps of it and didn't use tools. So, a bit of a different experience. Definitely a case where how you go about it makes a difference, I think. Let's see if this works on those. You can tell this is not realistic because I can kill the shell turtles. Kill the buzzy beetles. With the power of fire. Also, something different from prior levels. I can touch these sides of the wall. Ah. I can touch the sides of the wall without dying. Which was not the case in the treehouse one, but I guess that makes a lot of sense when you kind of think about it. Oh no! Well, what? No! I lifted it up. Did 3 laps and used tools. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh no! I'm sad, I've lost my fire flower too. And apparently can't jump on shells. Don't know how this emote ended up in your chat box. You were tabbed newly dangerous, but here it is. Way too dank. I'm gonna assume that must be an FFZ thing, because I don't see an emote there. Okay, so that's how I got the fire flower. Do buzzy beetles have skulls at the top? I think they might. I thought they might also be like little bits of ice, possibly. Given where we're at. But it does look kind of bad. Maybe they're going for that, like, wax skull thing. You know, like kind of an Edgar Allan Poe reference, maybe. What am I doing? Is there eyeballs? Yep, it is CDI time. How you doing, Vitrigen? And I have an actual CDI that I'm playing on. It's not mine. I have borrowed it from a friend who also enjoys classic consoles and collects them. And I was warned that I would be miserable, and he is correct. This is a terrible controller. I've had several failures because I have been pointing it up instead of down, because it uses IR, and if it's on the ground. Not Fistbit, Squiggles. Since I saw Squiggles at D&D, it was really easy to pick it up. Just after the fact, I got it from him. I actually drove to D&D, so it was actually pretty easy to pick it up. Had a work problem that was taking too long to fix, so I couldn't walk, which is how I usually prefer to go. But I'll get a good walk in tomorrow. A friend of mine, who generally is one of the D&D hosts, is having a party, and so I'm going to head over there at some point tomorrow. It's an all-day brunch. So you can't really go wrong with the time to go there, I guess. Or so they said. Oh god, pressing fireball button is hard. I actually don't know if Fistbit has a CDI. I know he has a lot of other things, but I don't know if he has a CDI. He might still be here, I can answer that question, though. Though he might be off watching The Bald Man, you never know. But I was kind of amused. Getting it to work was surprisingly difficult. Because it was working just fine when I started this, like right before I started the stream, and then I had to struggle with it for about 10 minutes to convince it to work. In the meantime, of course, we couldn't even watch the title screen, the little cartoon at the beginning without the game deciding to kind of crash horribly. It was a lot of fun. Really embodied the CDI spirit that everyone expects of Hotel Mario. Which is to say, people really just want to see YTP. Still doesn't explain how you typed an emote without typing an emote. Long time ago, Space Glam suggested the idea of a Mario-themed D&D session as a stream. That could be cool. That would be cool. Oh, what's up, Bertha Melon? How you doing? Which version am I using? Earlier versions look at entertainment system, later version look at a video game console. I'm using one that looks an awful lot like a VCR. Or a CD player, I suppose. It definitely does not look like a game console. And the remote I'm using to play is terrible on the same front. wireless, and I have to point it down to the ground. And the button placement is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Because I have to press 2 buttons to shoot fireballs. Oh, right, I need to do the loop there. And the only way to do that is either by doing a claw grip, or taking my thumb off the thumbstick. Like, really look up CDI controller if you want to see something that's just truly outrageous in all of the bad ways. And that was me. Can I do this without losing my pants? There we go. Did it without losing my pants. About to sleep. Fair enough, it is pretty late. Where the fuck did that mole come on the top floor when the door's closed? I think the moles bounce out of the bottom, but I'm not sure. 22 or 21. Yeah. I could look on it if you really, really care. At some point I'll have to get up to go to the bathroom. And I can tell you what the model number is. What the fuck is that? Okay, it's an evil snick. Can I... Okay, I can, in fact... Oh, never mind, not slide. Just saw it. Spiny. Alright, well, let's at least learn a little bit from the manual, since I have it. Mario's enemies. Mini Ninja, Buzzy Beetle, Spiny. Spiny is like Buzzy Beetle, but a little higher up on the evolutionary scale. He can't be stomped because of the spikes on his back. Monty's a fun-loving mole who likes to pop out of the ground, surprising Mario, then run around hopping and randomly charging directions. Sometimes he gets so carried away that he runs right into walls. There's your lore for today. Because I have the physical game, I also have the physical manual. Who builds a hotel like this? Well, you have to remember, they're not hotels, they're hoterrors. This is adequately terrifying or terrible. Trying to repair one right now and also enabling RGB. The worst part is the CMOS that saves... handle save data dies and is stored with a little chip you have to desolder. Oh, that's gross. I'm actually surprised that it's on a chip. I cannot press down, apparently. I'm surprised it actually does RGB. I'm using component. No, composite. I'm using composite right now. There is an option for S-Video, but I'm not set up for it this way. And so I just didn't bother. Like, I need an extra S-Video cable for it to work, and I don't know if I have one, and really didn't want to have to try... Really didn't want to go look through all of the cables to figure that out tonight. Especially since I spent the last, like, period trying to solve a work problem that I'm going to need to revisit later tonight. I think I figured out what the problem is and how roughly to solve it, but... Dang it. That hadn't even been said. Only console you believe that ever did that? That's interesting. Did not bring the Cooper Bros. BS. Okay, I think I need to start searching for more doors. I really would kill for another fire flower. Sorry, refrigerators. I've made a terrible decision. NA's version instead of S-Video, but you figure if you're gonna get into it, may as well make it RGB compatible. It's fair. Absolutely fair. If you're going to have a Philips CDI, you may as well have the best one you can make. All right. Well, what we've learned here is that unfortunately, there's no power-ups up here. I also think that at least for this level, on areas where you have no vision, the doors stay closed, which is a nice feature. He turned around! Refrigerators. Yep. I'm trying to think if there's any other like really notable CDI games that aren't this, or seriously? Only optical-based console that's lacking an ODE option. Oh, that's for like optical digital audio or something. I've only ever used that like once, and it was for the Xbox. Xbox 360. Maybe the Xbox One. I might still have it rigged up that way. But it's one of those things kind of surprising because like you would expect a CD-based console to have that because, you know, CDs. People actually liked listening to CDs using that digital out. Higher quality, what have you. I have no idea where the spiny was above me. That was terrifying. Oh, I just wasn't ready for that Koopa. Emulator that replaces the optical drive, one that came out for the 3DO. Finally left the CDI in the dust. Amazing. Amazing that people are bothering. But good for them, actually. Oh, come on. Not good at predicting this. While I have this, I'm vaguely tempted to pirate the Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe just to play it for a few minutes. Because as we all know, Robert Mapplethorpe loved flowers. What's the point of having lives? I think it's because it's kind of an arcade game. Your goal is to actually get score, not get far. So, like, if you could complete everything in one continue, you would have a very high score. You know, kind of like if you beat, say, Ikaruga with continues. Did you really beat Ikaruga? Maybe. Or Raiden, or one of those other games. Since beating it in one credit clear is kind of the arcade thing to do. But at the same time, I personally don't care, and I'm mostly here to try and beat the levels and see the cutscenes. The goal is to experience cutscenes, yes. Played Burn Cycle. I have not. That sounds vaguely familiar. Like, I feel like I've heard of Burn Cycle. Is it an FMV game, or... Don't see anyone playing this more than once. You know, if you were a kid and you got this for Christmas, you definitely might, if it was the only game you had, this and the Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe. Keep hoping to find something useful. If I'd held on to my Fire Flower, I'd be in way better shape. Go back. I see it. Okay. Why? Why did I do that? That was greedy. FMV, yes. Also, Hulk Hogan game was surprisingly good after the first mission. I've heard of that one. It's like Blue Thunder or something like that. Want to see more of Evil Luigi? Burn Cycle. Let me at least look that up for a sec. No, I don't want to learn about a spin class. Oh, that looks pretty cool. The game follows Soul Cutter, a computer hacker and data thief whose latest theft causes a virus named Burn Cycle to be implanted in his head. The game features a 2-hour countdown timer to defuse the virus. That sounds pretty awesome, actually. Come on. There's another FMV game that's sort of in the same category. I want to say it's called Johnny Mnemonic. There might have been a movie of the same name. But you're a data courier in the future, and you've got something really hot in your head that's important to get to the right person. And of course, all the bad guys really want the data in your brain, and that's a new one. I haven't played it. I've heard good things, but I haven't played it. Is it seriously going to go all the way around? I think it's still... Oh, doesn't matter. Movie of that game, not sure. Video game. Something game you saw you play a year ago. I don't remember playing a Cyberpunk game. The closest I've gotten to playing Cyberpunk on stream would... I wasn't holding down. Was probably that Vaporwave game, honestly, and even that's not terribly close to Cyberpunk. There are like some other ones I can name that I've played in the past. So Ripper is an FMV game that's kind of cyberpunky. You're an investigative reporter trying to figure out a bunch of murder cases that are happening like in cyberspace but in real life. And it has probably the best cast, like in terms of people, names you would know, of any FMV game, including what's his name? Crap, I'm drawing a blank. Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken plays like a hard-boiled detective who isn't exactly happy you're trying to solve this murder, because that's kind of his territory. You know, he's a detective. That's kind of his territory. I'm fucked. And the other actors are pretty decent. I have some problems with the pacing of that game. But if you want an interesting FMV game experience, it's not bad. And if you go to Zom's Lair, you can easily find a package so you can play it on modern Windows. With the minor exception of it tends to crash a bit in the very final puzzle section. But you'll realize you're in the very final puzzle section pretty quick. And so you'll save anyway. Including what's... I was going to say Bruce Dickinson, because when I think of Christopher Walken, I think of the Blue Oyster Cult... The Blue Oyster Cult More Cowbell sketch, and he plays Bruce Dickinson in that. I had to stop and think for a moment. I'm not the best at actor identification. It's not really my wheelhouse when it comes to puzzles. And there's usually a few every year where you have to identify a set of actors or figure out something that's in common between a group of them and do some... Not again, I know better. But it's never a puzzle I tend to work on more than do spreadsheet work or start cropping out things out of the picture and trying to run them through Google image search. Like, I'm not doing the fun part that's fun for people who actually like actor identification puzzles. There we go. Downside, that thing is now on the bottom part of the level. I'm hoping he goes up the wall so I can jump more easily. I think he just did, okay. There we go. Where is he? He's on the ground again. I can barely see him. Okay. Shoot. There we go. This is the final friggin' floor of this. I'm just waiting until he decides what to do. I'm not... Oh no, I am in a hurry. I just saw that actual door that's open.
Gotta be quick.
Oh, I'm running out of time. Oh, that's not too bad. I have a wheelhouse. FMV games are pretty entertaining. Though it's so bad that they're in good territory. Yes, they're a lot of fun. I am a huge proponent of FMV adventure games. I'm not as big of a fan of like the QuickTime button pressers. Like there's a few, I want to say like a Power Rangers game for Sega CD that's very much QTE based. There's a few other ones that are sort of in that category. But, like, give me some Phantasmagoria 2. Or 1. I've beaten both of those on stream. They're both pretty good games. I think I like 2 a bit more than 1. It's been on my list of things I'll probably do, assuming I get around to it eventually, is do Gabriel Knight 2 on stream. And part of the reason why I even played Gabriel Knight 1 on stream was that I wanted to do 2 again. I have beaten that before, but it is just a fun game in some ways. Though the female protagonist you play as for about half of the game is kind of awful. She just doesn't work. Chimocha just comes off as a complete and utter prat. And there's some other bits that I don't care much for. Oh, come on! Like, there's some weird people from the Midwest who, like, predict your future using tarot cards, and it's just like, why? Why do you need this? There's already enough Destiny going on. We don't need this kind of crap in our game. Oh, actually... well, it was worth looking. Why the Midwest? I don't know! That's the weirdest part. The game takes place in Germany. Like, every part of the game except, like, what, one cutscene that takes place ostensibly in New Orleans takes place in Germany. So there's absolutely no effing reason to have these Midwesterners in the middle of the... really middle of nowhere. Oh, no! Like, just a really bizarre thing to do. Wasn't actually filmed in Germany, so most of it's done with background photographs. And some of them are actually really well done. I was, shortly after beating the game with Fiskbit and a friend or two. Is this the right one? This is the right one. We ended up looking at another friend's vacation photos, and I'm like, that looks really familiar. And it turns out there was a specific castle that's now a museum that was used for, I want to say, like the 4th or 5th chapter of the game. And his vacation photos lined up pretty well, surprisingly. Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense, but still, like, narratively, it was so weird to just have them in the middle of Germany. And, like, how does it work? Like, it's even a really sleepy town. Like, it would have been one thing if they'd been in the, does it take place in Munich? I'm trying to remember where the major city you spend time in. I want to say it's Munich. But yeah, and then the other half takes place in a much smaller town. So, like, narratively, Gabriel Knight is doing his investigation into this thing in the bigger city, and then his employee, who's supposed to be like a romantic foil for him, but it doesn't really work, decides to come to Germany because she's, like, jealous and stuff that he's having a fun adventure and she's stuck at a bookstore. And it's just kind of weird. So she's doing a bunch of, like, book research, while he's gallivanting. It plays in Munich, it doesn't play in Germany. Is Munich not in Germany? Am I hallucinating? Austria. Yeah, it doesn't take place in Munich. Fuck, I do not remember where it takes place. My education leaves something to be desired. I never actually took European history, I guess. No, I never really did. Yeah. I am aware that Austria and Germany are 2 different places. I will state that without reservation. Have I tried Tetris on CDI? I have not. So, this is Squiggles' CDI, so I only have 2 CDI games that he loaned me. This one, which was the entire purpose of borrowing it, and the one of the CDI Zelda games. I believe the side-scrolling one, where you play as Zelda based upon the box art. Bavaria is much of a part of Germany as Hawaii is part of the United States. Wait, did I just read it? I thought I said it was on Austria. Man. Well, look. Oh, wait. I'm just putting that. Yeah, if you don't get moving quick here, you're kind of hosed. I might just look it up next time I have a moment. Because I want to know now. I'm hosed. I mean, I can hide in here, but it's... whatever. It's going to take forever. Yep. Technically speaking, they are part of Germany. Okay, look. I'm going to look... Oh, no, I'm not going to look this up yet. I'm going to look it up. Abe Real Knight 2. Okay. So where does it actually take place? Gameplay setting. It takes place in Munich and the fictional town of Rittersberg and a number of sites around southern Bavaria, including Neuschwanstein Castle. But don't quote me on that one. The castle was definitely the one that my friend had gone to on vacation. The Swiss Peak German 2. That's a thing that happens. There are 3 Legends of Zelda games. 2 are kind of affordable. 3rd is the Wild. Final version's at $800 CIB. Yeah, no, not that one. What castle? This one. There's your castle name. Enjoy it. Yeah, I looked at it and I'm like, I do not have the pronunciation rules for all of this down. So. No, it's actually pretty cool. There's some really fun puzzles in the first chapter. Some really good actors. There's a guy, you end up joining a hunting club, which is kind of an interesting plot point. And the guy who runs the hunting club is also a pretty good actor. Sausage Pig Castle? Neuschwanstein, thank you. Have I played Night Trap? Yes. When it came out on Switch, Fistbit and Snyder came over, and we had to play it. In part because Fistbit was like, oh man, this is on a Nintendo console, I totally have to play this! They jump. Yeah, the Switch port is really nice. And in fact, like, it makes the game possibly a bit too easy. Like, Night Trap's supposed to be a game of observation and sort of repetition, so you know what's going on and where you need to be looking. But because of the fact that you now have the option to, like, see every room at once, you really don't have to do nearly as much note-taking. Though I think it does make for a more fun game. Ultimately, though, a much shorter experience. Because, like, you don't have to do all of that stuff. Rare Time with 3DO is the best version? Really? That's not what I would have expected. I would have guessed, like, the Windows port, when they got around to it, would have been the best version at the time, but... This 3DO does, like, good video, doesn't it? I assume. Without the emulation. Really only heard Geiger speak in the documentary. Huh. Oh yeah, Night Trap's kind of cool. There's another one like something switch, kill switch maybe. Kind of a similar thing. You're a dude who's running all the cameras in an apartment building. And so you get to do the same sort of things. I don't know if there's as many vampires or as much hilarity in that one, though. Nor do I believe the antagonist runs around, or the protagonist runs around in her underwear for the better part of the game. So the more you know. Not that one, that one. Okay, I cannot see the spiny. Well, now I can see the spiny. Oh, yes, yeah. I believe the same artist also lent his hand towards Darkseed, which eventually will be on the stream. It was Dick Feynman's request, and we will... It's not that far down the list, but I have not been clearing things very quickly. As you all might have noticed. I'm optimistic that it'll take one more stream of Final Fantasy III. A lot of odd ones like Six Indication, they're going for edutainment. It's hilarious. Edutainment is such an interesting category of game. Like, there were a lot of edutainment CDs that were released for Windows. And I think it's a category game that definitely merits a second look if you haven't played around with it. There's one I'd love to find that my little sister played, and I hated. There was a song. It was about the human body. And if you went into the mouth, it had this song that ended in, it was like, it says something, and Tooth Metropolis, and it got stuck in my head for like 3 years. And of course, it was like some random ass CD that we got, like out of the grab bin at Microsoft, so who knows what it is. Darkseed 1 might be too frustrating with elusive win conditions. I mean, worst comes to worst, we can guide dang it a bit. I did pull up the Wikipedia article the other day because I was curious, and I did read something that it mentioned that it was all on a timer, which definitely sounds irritating. Especially for adventure games, being on a timer is often just really hard to work with. I've been stuck on this one for a while. Like, basically, this game is actually kind of fun and not terribly difficult if you can keep a hold of your fire flower. And or find a new one. Oh, and remember to keep your controller pointed firmly at the ground. There was a game that came out for CDI called Joy of Sex. Oh, it's probably in the manual here. It's a giant list of things. It wouldn't surprise me. Let's see. Special interest? Nope. Jazz Giants. No Joy of Sex. Let's see. Games. Jigsaw. No Joy of Sex. Kids. I hope not. Yeah, Little Monster at School. No Joy of Sex. I guess they did decide not to put it in here. Oh, digital video titles. That could be it. No, there's no Joy of Sex in here, but there is Indecent Proposal and Playboy's Complete Massage. So if you want to order that one, I can give you the catalog number. But alas, otherwise, no dice. I'm probably going to regret not killing them all. See if I get far enough to actually have regrets. Nope. Yeah, I don't know why they don't really do that anymore. I mean, I know why they don't do that anymore. Like, no one actually reads manuals. But, like, having all of the, having, like, a catalog of stuff in the back telling you, oh, these are the things you can order, and these things are coming soon. And, of course, you know, coming soon, you've had the game for a while. The game's been out for long enough that there's no coming soon anymore. It's out, or it's not. Own it because of how absurd it sounded. It does exist. I'm not surprised. Like, yeah, I have this catalog of titles, and I wanted to look to see if it was in it. I'm certain the one in the back of Hotel Mario is not exhaustive. picked it up. I said pics, but you're free. I'm certain you can go look at scans. There might even be an ISO on archive.org. I might ask Squiggles how he feels about this thing playing burnt CDs. And if he's amenable, I might mess around with it a bit later. See if we can play any fun ones. I suspect the answer is Squiggles does not care. I had a theory these fridges might have something nice in them. I was wrong. Okay, I need to check that. Reminds you of plumbers don't wear ties? Yep, I know a thing or two about plumbers don't wear ties. If you look... I don't know if it's possible to look at, like, clips of this channel, but, like... somewhere deep in there, I have a clip from when me and Squiggles... When Squiggles brought over his 3DO. That he bought. Because I said that if he got a 3DO, I would buy a copy of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties and give it to him. Which I did. Before it got egregiously expensive. Though it got lost in my mom's house for a while. Was it this one? No. So, I've actually played it. I have played Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. I am technically the world record holder in at least a couple categories of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties on speedruns.com. And I actually have, I put a lot of work into that too. Like, I went and did a bunch of... That's the first time that's ever happened. Haven't played it when we mind you, it's a senior project. It's definitely that level of effort. If you appreciate the fact that it came out, you know, in the early 90s, it definitely would have taken a lot more work to make that class of game back then. Because you didn't have access to, say, like, Flash or DVD authoring tools, necessarily. But nowadays, it's a truly unimpressive feat. Safe here? Nope. I've played the Windows version. The Windows version actually has some amount of speedrun tech, as bizarre as that sounds. Turns out that when you get to decision points, you can click on the decision points a little bit early, before the image that has the decision points are loaded. And the thing is that the Windows version is actually, like, kind of elegantly made. It's very straightforward. It's just... nuts. It's just a bunch of images and WAV files. Here you start using Premiere version 1? Yes, exactly. Exactly. I don't even know if the... I don't think the PC version has the intro where the gal is mostly is topless. Why do I try that? I know the ice is going to screw me. It does have all of the other cutscenes where you can, you know, see John's butt. But those are just the static images. It doesn't have the intro part where she tells you about the game a little bit for some reason, as he slowly zooms in on her breasts. That's the best part of that intro video, honestly, is the shamelessness of it. It's like, everybody here knows why we hired you, unfortunately, for us. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, topless isn't quite correct. It's more just shirtless. Like, she's just wearing a bra or something. She does appear topless in the images if you honestly want to see a picture of a wrestling... She was a wrestler in, like, Glow, I guess? And apparently Glow had some sort of weird... I don't know. Not reformation, but, like, it had a Netflix show about it. It was, like, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. And the only reason I even know this is because there was a puzzle eventually that had to do with that, and I recognized the woman from the Plumbers Don't Wear Ties in the puzzle. I believe her name when in wrestling was Hollywood. A great number of things in my life that I wouldn't know about if it wasn't for puzzles. And that's definitely one of them. Is it useful information? Absolutely not. What's a bra? I'll tell you when you're older. I mean, the game makes it quite clear it's not for children from the get-go. I think it was actually released before the ESRB existed. So the fact that they made it very clear that it was an adults-only game before that is, you know, it's good on them, I guess. Give you a pass there because it took minutes to render. Yeah, I was actually thinking about Flash videos and how long it would have taken to download a 10 megabyte Flash video back in the day. I had it. I just had to jump to the left. And came to the conclusion that a 10 megabyte Flash video would have taken about 15 minutes to download, roughly, depending upon your connection and how stable it was. But it would have been worth it, usually. The fuck did this mole come from? Ah. Watching someone play a game with brazers in it and was pronouncing it brazier. Huh. Had Dreamcast on Fix 6K and a semi-good images took several minutes to render. I believe it. I mean, the Dreamcast, I don't even know if the web browser was all that good. Just reminds me, of course, of the Simpsons episode where Homer becomes the internet king. Space, the final brazier. Oh, the Internet King. Maybe he can offer me faster internet pornography. And Comic Book Guy tries to, you know, order a T1 lad from Homer. Web browser was surprisingly good at the time. I wonder what it was based off of it. Because, like, I don't think there were a lot of good open source web browsers back then. Like, you couldn't just pull out Mozilla or what was the other one people used? I think that was Safari was based off of. Conqueror, I guess, existed for a while. I did just talk about it, but we're talking about downloading internet pornography. How could we not talk about it? It probably also came up in the context of plumbers don't wear ties last time we discussed that, too. Nope, not. I am getting so tired of falling out of this level. I've only seen 3 Simpsons episodes. Yeah, of course, it's Mr. Plow, Who Killed Mr. Burns, but only the first half. Don't spoil the other half for me. And that one. I'll get around to it one day. One day I'll find out who killed Mr. Burns. It might be someone who had a butterfinger. Or possibly Michael Jackson. Think of another episode. It's a pornography store. I was buying pornography. Don't tell him you're at a bar. But what else is open at night? I would have never thought of that. I just love how his brain congratulates him for coming up with... You know, it's a good plausible lie, too. Like, for Homer, that's actually pretty grade A work. Okay. Burns ported the W and S. It's true, but you would have had to ignore all that DNA evidence stuff. I have no idea what the snail is. You know, it occurs to me, I never even turned off the light because I'm like, oh, they're not going to have any dark levels. How wrong I was. Okay. What? I think I see it. I see 2. Oh! Composite as video? It's composite. Alright. I'm going to get up to turn off that light and use the restroom really quick. I will be right back. Enjoy this screen. Alright. Being elevator makes you chuck your phone, damn it. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, good. It came back. S-Video would have been nice. I did notice the port on the back and thought about it. The problem is I don't know if I have a spare S-Video cable. Like, I can do S-Video capture, and it's actually more convenient to do that way. But I didn't want to go look through the giant heap of cables for slightly better CDI quality. At the end of the day, there are some things where it matters, and the CDI is just not one of those things to me. But if I do the Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe, I'll definitely consider it. Present their machine as a nice entertainment console, so it makes sense. Yeah. Just a matter of just not having the right tools. Also, I would have to have a fairly long S-Video cable for this to work, because of where I had to put this for the IO receiver to be able to receive. And even then, that's only most of the time it's receiving when I remember to hold it downward. Do burn cycle, definitely try S-Video. Okay, I'll take a look, see if I have an S-Video cable around, or maybe I'll order an extra one. Because I think I'm using all of the ones I have. I only really think I had one to start with. So, like, I've got a splitter on that S-Video cable to handle moving the data around. Cooking chili and don't know how long to cook it. Don't know if it can go too long. Typically, chili can't go too long because, like, beans hold up pretty well. I wouldn't worry too much. Bring it to a boil, let it boil for a bit until you like the thickness, and then eat it. Basically, make sure you've cooked it long enough that the beans aren't hard. Assuming you're using canned beans. If you're using your own beans, then you have your own problems. Like, you need to soak them long enough and all that jazz. Using canned beans? Okay, yeah, I would just make sure that the beans are fully cooked and call it a day after that. Go up to the thickness you want. Otherwise, just play it by ear. Chili's a very forgiving dish. And it's usually better the second day. No! This is actually a little bit easier. I can actually see the spiny moving around now. Just a little bit better. I meant to press the other button. Can't remember if you added sugar to previous batches. I have never added sugar to chili. That strikes me as an odd thing to do, but I guess I could see it. Depending on how you're doing your tomatoes, people often will add sugar to sort of round out the harshness of of your tomato stock. But cooking for a little bit longer can also just do the same thing. Just depends. I was actually thinking about making chili this week. Been trying to run through some of my food storage stuff. I also have a giant box full of ramens I've been going through slowly. Okay, I can see it. So, like, the title... Oh, come on, Mole. Yep, CDI. How you doing, MJ? Pat said, can't cook beans too long, goes to kitchens... Head wetter that vaporizes. Potch it last week. That's the best part about chili. Yeah, we're playing on a real CDI, which has had its own set of problems, such as getting the game to start. I had to reboot the console a couple times for that to work. And now I'm at the phase where I need to constantly remember to hold the controller sort of downward facing so that I can actually... Dang it. Keep a connection to it. Don't want to set the kitchen on fire? Why wouldn't you want to set the kitchen on fire? You know, it can be ambient. Raise the heat level a bit. Do not set your kitchen on fire. Usually a bad way of going about it. Unless it's Hell's Kitchen, in which case I think it's always on fire. I had to try multiple times to get it. Yes, this is an actual CDI. I do not own the CDI. This is Squiggles, my friend, you may have also seen in Twitch chat occasionally by the name of Mr. Mayhem. But we all call him Squiggles. But I was at D&D earlier tonight, and I picked it up from him. So I have this in my possession for the time being. We'll see how he... I'm going to ask him about burnt CDs. I actually don't know what he's going to want it back, to be frank. So I might have some time with it. It's like other things he's owned. I may, in fact, just have it here for, like, a few years to come. Dang it. That's why they call it non-stick? What? I had a small gas leak a year ago where you could have set your kitchen on fire. That was fun. I mean, you had the opportunity. You should have gone with it. Using burnt CDs, maybe that's why I didn't read. Oh, no, this is an actual legit CD. It just looks like shit. I was going to ask him how he felt about it, because I have two games. I have one of the two CDI Zelda, or one of the three CDI Zelda games. The one where you play as Zelda, but it's not top-down. It's a, you know, the typical side-scrolling Zelda 2 style one, where you play as Zelda. And this. Those are the two things I have in my possession that will work on this console. So I was going to ask Squiggles how he felt about burnt CDs, and if he does not care, we'll pull a few ISOs and see what we can do. So. Games with... Yeah, exactly. It's expensive. No, not... It's not the... He doesn't have the expensive one. It's not the top-down one. It's the side-scrolling one. The side-scrolling... The top-down one, I understand, is the really expensive one. Pretty crisp video, though. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I actually put it through my powered splitter, so I don't need to do any, like, rebalancing. I mostly use the powered splitter for NES stuff, because otherwise it's way too dark. But I felt it would just work well here, because I already needed to be messing with cable lengths and stuff. Oh, am I hosed? Can I go above him? Jump over! Wait, what? I can murder those? Today I learned. Oh, top down is 1,000. Okay. That's fair, then. I think I misunderstood. But yeah, I could do slightly better. I might just go and acquire another S-Video cable. Maybe I'll see if I can find one. A store that sells S-Video cables on my walk tomorrow. I wonder if Fred Meyer still does. No fucking clue. I do not like this thing. The spinies are definitely my biggest weakness. Or have been. Must be for hardcore collectors? Yeah. I mean, for certain video games, people just really want to have them. And Zelda games, Zelda people can be pretty fanatical. I already screwed it up. I have a strat that kind of works. But it requires moving quickly, and I did not do that here. Yeah, the reason I expect this game did not boot the first time was because I looked at the bottom of it, and it looked incredibly scratched up. Like, did a person use this as a coaster level of scratches? Also very good as an audio machine, which was initially pitched as. That makes a lot of sense. People had a lot of interesting ideas about what to do with CDs in the 90s. I still think, like, Macromedia Director stuff is pretty fascinating, and I'd like to mess around with more of that later. I did not expect them all to backtrack. Would like to beat, I think, at least a third Hoterror. But we'll see how this goes. I'm beginning to think that maybe what I should do... Because I don't think we're going to get more Spinies to spawn. I'm thinking here, actually. Maybe a better strategy is just to stay up here until the Spiny goes up top, and then murk it. If this game didn't have such amazing cutscenes, I don't know if I would tolerate it as long as I have. But yeah, near the very beginning of the VOD, you can actually see the game kind of freaking out and trying to play the cutscenes. It's really cool. It was really cool. That one was just dumb. Because we were trying to watch the intro cutscene. I don't think we ever got through the entirety of the intro cutscene. Like, I don't think it actually worked. Boop. 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 Okay, I see the problem with my plan there. No! Ah! Canned beans are cooked already. Ditch the bean water from red and white kidney beans. Cook on high heat to reduce that. I don't know what that is, actually. Yeah, usually I always ditch the bean water. Like, usually for making chili, I just use, like, some combination of, like, I don't know, pinto and black beans from the can. I'm lazy. Made chili earlier this year. Wouldn't say it was like a New Year's resolution, but it was kind of like one of those, like, I should eat in more often. I definitely spend too much money eating out. And chili's easy. It doesn't take much time to make. Did make some cookies last few weeks, but other than that, haven't done anything. I was going to make cookies this week. That would have been a fun Wednesday activity post-stream if it had worked out, but it did not. Turns out I was out of chocolate chips. I am a firm believer that you must use good quality chocolate chips if you're going to make chocolate chip cookies. Otherwise, there is absolutely no point. Ah! Bring the toxic compound. It's a lectin that causes blood cells to clump when you eat it. Ew. Yes. You should try and reduce that amount of that. I agree with you. No! Not pushing down. Alright. So let's see... No, I can't convince it to do the thing. No, no. The enemies in this game behave so oddly. So very oddly. Alright, I think if I spend another like 10 minutes in this level, between the ice physics, the spinies, and the darkness, I might just be done with this. So we might figure out what we want to do after. And we have a couple options, obviously. We can try to make this work. Well, I guess one option is continue the suffering. Because I think I just had enough of this level. Another interesting option would be, of course, play the Zelda game. A third option would be QLDC. I don't have any other weird Mario games prepared, but I guess we could do... I could pull out one of the other SNES cartridges. I guess I could get out the NES. And we could do a Mario game on the NES. That could be kind of fun. Not like a good one that takes time and effort, like obviously Fiskbit's thinking, oh man, this would be a good time to play like extra Mario Bros. But I'm sick of the fact that if I point the controller upward, it eats my inputs. Like, that's the worst part, is I cannot hold this controller in a very comfortable way. And whenever I stop thinking about holding the controller in an uncomfortable way, I end up dying. So, done with the CDI. I would think I would prefer it. I think my elbow is already saying a little bit of no here. I think if we want to do further CDI explorations, I need to bring it up a bit, so I'm not constantly holding a controller downward. But I wouldn't mind at least trying. Yeah, it's a terrible controller. I'm using one of the remote ones. Squiggles has two that are both the same. They're the remote with the big thumbstick in the middle, and then the buttons are on the ring outside of it. And it's just kind of awkward to use, especially because it's IR. It's not wired, so I have to point it at the device while I'm using it. And if I forget that I need to point it down because it's on the ground, it just stops working. So Bluetooth adapter, you can just switch Pro. Oh, that sounds so much nicer. Like, really the only time I've needed more buttons so far is when I've had Fire Flower, because it's really awkward to press both of the circle buttons at the same time. Alright, I'm gonna run out this set of continues if I don't make decent progress, because I feel like I'm regressing. Like, I used to be getting closer to the end of this. I'm definitely getting further from the light of our Lord. Or something like that. Lord Waluigi. It's the left, it's the right one. We already saw the most important cutscene, let's be honest. Did I play 64? I think I did. I have to pull up the list. I think it was one of the first ones I played, actually. After 28. It's on the ceiling. I'm relatively safe. 5 Steps of Grief? Yes, I totally played it. I totally played it. I saw so many shoutouts to Pat CDR in that one. I was highly amused. It was a very good level, honestly. I think the final bit with the boss was a bit anticlimactic, but it was perfectly fine. That's one I actually already have published on YouTube. I put in the description shoutouts to Anonymous Hacker, which will of course be replaced with their name once the judging is complete. I did not mean to press down. That was high on the list of recommendations. I think that was like the third one I played after I did 28, whatever number was donuts, and yeah, I think that was the third one I played. I still need to process a bunch more of those, because, like, literally there's, like, what, 2 more in the queue? 18 is sitting there, processed. I finally found out the name of that level, actually, because I noticed Daiso had a video on it. Oh, for fuck's sake. And Yopi's level is the other one I finished processing. And I've got like 20, I don't know, 15 more of them sitting. Oh, I said the last, okay. Last continue. Pause. Haha, it works. Okay, let's do a poll, because polls are fun. We're going to do a quick poll. New poll. What do Ho-Terrors, more Ho-Terrors, Zelda's something or other. Let's do that. CDI Zelda. NES Mario game. QLDC. We'll give it 3 minutes. There you go. Go commit democracy, people. and I will play another continue of this while democracy occurs. Extra Mario? I think that that's a bit too much to commit to right now. What I'll probably do on NES would be something like Mario is Missing for a little bit, or Time Machine, or something light. Because I do still want to get into Extra Mario, but I think I need to spend time and, like, draw maps and stuff. And given that I'm already, you know, 3 deep in things I need to finish, it will happen, I assure you. I think after I finish this last moderation, I'll probably take a break from longer moderations and only take small things out of the queue for a little bit. And have some fun with some NES Mario stuff. I've got like a couple Mario 2 hacks I want to play too. They've been on the list, like sitting on... You know, I almost thought for a second that someone had requested a reset. I cannot come up with a bigger sign that I should be done playing Hotel Mario than the game itself has rejected me. Because boy, did it. Well, let's at least watch the cutscene since we have a little more time before the poll starts. I didn't do that, by the way. I assure you, I did not do that. I don't know what button would do that. Can I look at the clock? I can see the front plate. It didn't say anything interesting. Let's see if the intro will play, because it's been breaking in hilarious ways. And that's a fantastic way to end this part of the stream. If you mean a general clock, it's 2:32 here. Oh. If the CMOS is replacing so good. I mean, the thing is that, you know, that's a good question, actually. That's a thing I can answer. So we can determine this if, yeah, so I did save. When I played this earlier to do some testing, I did actually save the game by accident. I meant to just quit out. But I saved it. So apparently, at least, it retained the save through me unplugging it once. I guess that doesn't really answer if the CMOS works or not, does it? It wouldn't surprise me if Squiggles has replaced it. Put it that way. Alright, democracy is over. Let's see what the result is. QLDC. There's a very, very small amount of democracy there. Fascinating. I guess if I had a better save, I could start at whatever hotel I wanted.